This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Boston Red Sox, what do we have to complain about right now? Very little, if anything. Red Sox, for the second straight day in our nation's capital, absolutely hammering the Washington Nationals. And with the victory on Saturday, guess what? The Red Sox back to 500 once again. Now get over 500 and keep going. With that, we welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and show host, MLB on ESPN Radio, college baseball on the ESPN networks, Longhorn Network, ACC Network, SEC Network. 10 years in the minors, national show host on ESPN Radio and satellite radio, and a guy with a dangerous amount of useless baseball information. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Our Locked On Red Sox podcast also available on the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're talking about Walker Buehler. We're talking about the bats just pummeling the starting pitchers over the first two games of the series against the Nationals. We're talking about the bullpen as well, because the bullpen was solid behind Buehler on Saturday as the Red Sox are able to clinch the series. And guess what? They're going to go for the series sweep on Crochet Day on Sunday in the series finale in Washington, D.C. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Hit that comment button. Share your thoughts on today's Red Sox victory as they, again, clinch the series in D.C. against the Nationals. We want to hear from our everydayers and our first-timers. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, you can also hit me up on the X. Give a follow at Lennox on Baseball on the X. Latest episode of our Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by Game Time. Download the Game Time app today, create your account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB and receive $20 off on your first purchase. So the Red Sox, for the third time this week, with the bats and the big inning.
This is what you'll be talking about.
How about 3 times this week? You want a number of the day right off the bat? 3 times this week, the Red Sox have scored 7 runs in an inning. They do it in the third on Saturday, and you sort of felt for Mitchell Parker. You want to know what kind of bullpen the Nationals have right now? It's not a good bullpen. Mitchell Parker actually gave up 2 in the first, 7 in the second, and had a handful of 1, 2, 3 innings during the course of his outing. So he did not pitch all that bad. He just had 2 bad innings, including giving up 7 runs in the third. His final line, he went 6, gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 4 were earned. They had 3 errors in the game, and one of those in that big third inning for the Red Sox. But a number of the day, the Red Sox, 3 innings this week with 7 runs in an inning. 3 innings this week with 7 runs across. Did it Friday, did it earlier in the week, 7-run first inning in a rout against the Reds, that on Monday at Fenway Park. 7 runs in the 5th inning on Friday. 7-run third inning. And again, how about Jarren Duran? 5 RBIs in the series, all 5 runs with a little 2-out magic, 2-out base hits. I love them. And I love what the bullpen did too. We'll get to that in just a moment. But Romy Gonzalez had 2 hits in that big third inning. He had 3 hits in the first 3 innings, including 2 again in the big 7-run third inning for the Red Sox. Led off the inning with a double. Had an RBI double in the first inning that scored Nate Eaton. And Nate Eaton in the leadoff spot. What'd you think of that this morning or early this afternoon when you found out Nate Eaton, left-hander on the mound, Nate Eaton in the leadoff spot. Started at third, moved to center field. But Gonzalez RBI double and Refsnyder RBI double, 4 batters in, up 2-0. And then Mitchell Parker comes back, retires the side, 1, 2, 3 in the second. And I've touched on that recently. Parker threw 30 pitches in the first inning, 1, 2, 3 second, and retired the side on just 13 pitches. And I'm thinking, here we go again. This is a guy who's going to go 5 or 6 innings. Well, he did, but he got hammered in the third inning. I give him a lot of credit. And he's got some talent. He's had some outings where he's been very impressive. But in the third inning, Gonzalez, a leadoff double. Roman Anthony, an RBI single. And I'll say it right here. Doesn't Roman Anthony seem like a veteran at this point? Just a few weeks into his big league career? He's just in the lineup. By the way, Marcelo Meyer, Roman Anthony, we're going to be selective when they play against left-handed starters. Well, he batted third against a left-handed starting pitcher for the Nationals on Saturday. He feels like a veteran already. Is he superstar status this early in his big league career? No. But if you don't like what Roman Anthony's doing right now in his first couple of weeks in the big leagues, I don't know what makes you happy. I really don't. But the inning was far from over. Roman Anthony, again, RBI single. Jarren Duran coming through. Duran had a 2-run triple that made it 5-0. Duran, 5 RBIs in the series. Toro reached on an error by the pitcher. That was the big one. Duran scored 6-0. And then credit to Will Fleming and Cooper Boardman, as later in that inning, Rafaela comes to the plate, and they basically said he's going to be going for the downs here. And that was the at-bat of the day for me. Ceddanne Rafaela with that home run in the third inning for the Red Sox. That was huge because Rafaela just continues to hit. And again, with everything that he's doing right now, it's up and down this lineup. And Will Fleming called it. I think he's gonna look to go deep here. He did. And the home run by Rafaela, 2-run shot, scoring Toro in front of him, made it 8-0. Gonzalez, second hit of the game, made it 9-0. And the Red Sox win it 10-3. Let's get into Walker Buehler here. Because Buehler works into the 6th inning. Gave up 8 hits total, 3 runs, 2 earned. There's 2 numbers that really impressed by with Walker Buehler. 1, he didn't walk a single batter. 2, he didn't give up a home run. Gave up single runs in 3 different innings, including the 6th after he was removed from the game. Gave up a run in the 3rd, gave up a run in the 4th. He had given up at least 1 home run in each of his previous 7 starts. So didn't walk anybody, didn't walk the ballpark, and kept the ball in the ballpark as well. And after Buehler, 5+ innings, Weissert gave up a hit in the 6th inning, nothing else. And then Brennan Bernardino. Everyday Bernie. He seems to be a little bit more well-rested right now. 7th inning comes on to start the inning, retires the side 1-2-3, 3 ground ball outs, 8 pitches, gets the 8th inning. Strikes out the first batter, retires the next batter on a comebacker, then gets a ground ball to second, throws 17 pitches total, and gets 6 outs. And then Alcala in the 9th inning, I give him a lot of credit. Because, again, he works an outing, he works a scoreless frame, 1-2-3, and he also did not walk a single batter. Have I painted enough positives for you right now for the Red Sox? At 500, by the way, now for the 16th time this season. 45-45 through 90. Well, what were they last year through 90 games, you may be asking? Well, I have the answer for you, because they were a lot better. Because this was the stretch before the All-Star break there where they were playing winning baseball. They were 49-41 through 90 last year. 500 this year with 90 games in. Take it, run with it, love it. So you have a chance tomorrow, Garrett Crochet on the mound, making a start where the Red Sox won the previous game. Good for Garrett Crochet. The big inning, 3 times this week, they've scored 7 or more runs in an inning. Walker, better. Would have loved to have seen 6. Doesn't necessarily qualify for a quality start, but quality where he was better. Just better. And you take it and you hope, it gets him another start before the All-Star break. Houck knocking on the door, Dobbins knocking on the door, Kyle Harrison perhaps knocking on the door. That's 3 pitchers that in a blink of an eye in the coming days maybe or weeks could take Walker Buehler's spot in the starting rotation. He understands. Last time out against the Blue Jays, he basically said, I'm not just pitching for a spot in the rotation for the Red Sox right now. I'm pitching to be a big league pitcher. So steps in the right direction. And maybe not, in recent starts for Walker Buehler, I've said, it could be between the ears. But when you're not doing well, it does become a mental thing. But again, no walks, no home runs allowed against the Nationals on Saturday. And this is an offense. This is a young team. I'm enamored with the Nationals right now. Do they need pitching? Absolutely. I think draft is coming up. They've got the number 1 overall pick. They may not take Jackson Holliday's younger brother, Ethan Holliday, number 1. Ethan Holliday has been the projected number 1 pick for the last year or so, maybe even as a sophomore, junior in high school. He's a high school kid out of Oklahoma. Jackson Holliday's brother, Matt Holliday's son. Supposed to be the best of all the Holiday sons. But now it looks like they may go for a college pitcher. That guy could be in the big leagues in the next couple of years. Do not sleep on this Washington Nationals team going forward. They've got a lot of young talent. All right, enough of the Nationals. Extra base hits. I'm going to give this one right here because just love the fact. Rafaela had a home run, but I'm keeping tabs of this. 7 more extra base hits. Duran, 2-run triple. The doubles, the home run, 7 extra base hits on Saturday. Over the last 7 games, the Red Sox have 43 extra base hits. That's a huge number. That is a number that you do not dismiss. Guess what we do next? We're going to do a live read for Game Time. Then we get to you, your comments on the other side. Locked On Red Sox Postcast.
This is
And we are presented. Good production right there on my part. Nice job. That's an E-me. Locked On Red Sox Postcast. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, your team every day, presented by Game Time. Have you ever decided, and you might be doing it for the upcoming week, Red Sox home for 7, Rockies and Rays before the All-Star break. Have you ever decided last minute? It's not last minute yet, but we're getting close. Going to head a game at Fenway this upcoming week. 7 straight home games before the All-Star break. Hey, you might be looking to take friends, family to the ballpark. Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize, I want to be at Fenway. I want to be in the stands. I want a Fenway dog, a Fenway Frank. That's exactly where Game Time comes in. Easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merchandise, or even perhaps you want to invite more friends and family to the yard as well. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop closer you get to first pitch, and they've got incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, lowest price guarantee, and it allows you to take the worrying out of purchasing tickets. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming game. Again, Sox home starting on Monday for a 7-game homestand, 3 against Colorado, 4 more against the Tampa Bay Rays before the All-Star break. Game Time, last-minute tickets and zone deals for big savings like 10% off. Exclusive zone deals for FIFA Club World Cup matches, which are coming before you know it. Seat views right in the app. What's that mean? Well, you can actually take a look where you're going to be sitting at the ballpark before you make that purchase, and you're going to know exactly where you are sitting at Fenway. You can take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create your account, use code LOCKEDONMLB, and you're going to receive $20 off on your first purchase. Terms to apply. Again, create your account. Redeem code LOCKEDONMLB, $20 off on your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, right to it on this Saturday. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, you're a first-timer or an everydayer, join the conversation. I think we got a first-timer here. Maine Dano is our leadoff hitter. Surprised to see Buehler on the start. He was fortunate enough to have some great defense and offense backing him up today. Yes, he did. But how about the fact that they commit 2 errors on 1 play? Because it's the Sox. Nationals were ugly defensively, too, on Saturday. Maine Dano, 1 more. Duran, exclamation point. Love Jarren Duran. Love him. Leads the majors again in triples, led the majors in triples last year. Out of the box, I mean, his hustle doubles, most of his triples, he's busting it out of the box. Not 8 times out of 10, not 9.5 times out of 10. He is busting it out of the box every time he puts the ball in play. Can you come up with 1 or 2? Well, it's a ground ball in the infield and he, three-quarter speed down the base pass. Okay. But if he's got the ball live drive to the outfield, he's hustling. He's breaking it out of the box. Just love seeing him out of the box. I mean, he's full speed in a couple of steps. Love that. George checking in. Great bats. Romy, Ceddanne, 5 for 9 in runners in scoring position. Buehler, okay. Great catch by Duran to stop an early threat. There you go. Not sure why Weissert was used again. 2 more errors. George, you wrapped it up right there. Hey, Alex Cora knows how he's using his bullpen. And Weissert was ready to go for the 6th inning. Gave up the 1 hit, but that was it. You get 6. You get 3 outs in the 6th. You get 12 outs total. And the three relievers combined to give up just the one base hit. And Brennan Bernardino, again, guy who just goes after it. And he's out there and he answers the bell. Every time that phone rings, he answers and says, okay, I'm ready to go. Aiden, I really hope Ceddanne is okay. Yeah, that double and an RBI that he got late. Listening to the game on the radio, Will Fleming, Cooper Boardman, they seem to think he was okay. He was talking. He banged into the wall earlier on a ball to the outfield to center field. Man, he can go get it, can he? He can just absolutely go get it. I think Ceddanne Rafaela is okay. Maybe he gets a day on Sunday. Eaton, with him in the big leagues right now, he can move around in a lot of different spots. So he gives you those options. And Sunday you could possibly have, it was TBA still, even before the game for the Nationals and their starting pitcher against Crochet on Sunday. But again, you've got to go to bed tonight, head to the pillow thinking this is a sweep. Crochet was okay last time out. Not great, but again, they got big offense, right? And he's certainly deserving of it. So you could do a lot of things tomorrow. You could move Duran to center. You could put Roman Anthony in left field. And even if it's a lefty starter for the Nationals, I think Anthony continues to be in the lineup day in, day out. Exactly where he should be. George, Crochet for the sweep. Absolutely. It's on the table. You've won the first two. Jan Daddy, it's been a while. Buehler did really well. He did better. Certainly should walk away feeling good about himself. He's going to get pats on the back. And hey, you've got to feel for Walker Buehler. You don't want him going out there every fifth or sixth day and, fuel to the fire and it's not going well. You want to see him do well. He wants to do well. Teammates want him to do well. So, yeah, he got the early run support. That's great. Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned in his outing, 5+. So build on it. Let's see it again. Because, again, I don't think he's got a lot of wiggle room right now. Because, again, there are some options that are available for the Red Sox. Not a lot of teams have Houck. And, again, he's, box of chocolates at this point. As Forrest Gump said, you just never know what you're going to get. Right? There you go. Carlos, Christmas in July. No Walker meltdown. Crochet coming up after a win finally. Back to 500. There you go. 10,000 wins. Love it. Go Sox. Hope Ceddanne is okay, though. Didn't listen. Don't have Nesson available the next couple of days. Went right on with our Locked On Red Sox postcast immediately after, almost within a minute or two of the last out. So no update with Alley Bats. 10,000th win in franchise history. That is what Carlos is referencing. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Alley Bats. Great to see you both in the conversation. It's a nice number. We'll call that the number of the day. Adam, stay hot Sox. Yeah, just build on this. And like last year, as they were winning games and they were 9-10 games over 500 at the All-Star break, you're like, maybe this All-Star break's not coming at the right time. 7 more games after Sunday. 7 in a row, no scheduled day off for the upcoming week. And with that, you want a much-deserved All-Star break. You want to go into the All-Star break a handful of games over 500 now. Feel good about yourselves, and then do not ever repeat last year after the All-Star break. That is going to be a no-no. Main Dano, defense did well. Overall, yes. Held their 9 hits and 3 runs. Yep. 11 hits into 10 runs. Strong showing on both sides, defensively and offensively. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. And this is a team right now, 13, 14 games under 500. You should be beating up on the Nationals just like you've done over the first 2 games. Steven, should we get the brooms ready? Yeah, because you've won the first 2 games of the series and you've got Crochet on the mound on Sunday, and you should feel confident. Nothing's a given, but you can certainly feel confident. Nationals are going to go out there and try to avoid being swept at home. We'll see. Steven, and are we secretly good? So secretly, it's almost a secret from the Red Sox themselves. The Reds, Alex Cora, Craig Breslow, they've maintained. We believe this is a playoff team. I've believed it. Hey, if you're new with us this year, thank you. But all the way through the end of September last year, I said this is missed opportunity because this should have been a playoff team. They did not meet expectations. This year, they've got better talent because you have Crochet in the starting rotation. You've got Chapman as your closer. You've got Bregman in the lineup coming back. Speaking of Bregman, I think he could be back for the Rays series. But apparently, Masa Yoshida is going to be back during this upcoming homestand as well. Could be for the Colorado series. Do you really need an extra bat or 2 right now? Do you need another starting pitcher from the outside? Maybe, if you can add to this. Certainly. Let's get Aiden. The Yankees are getting destroyed right now is incredible. Don't worry about the Yankees because the Yankees, Red Sox, Rays, and Orioles have something in common. They're all looking up at the Blue Jays right now. Don't sleep on the Blue Jays. I said it last year. I say it through this year. Underperforming. Well, now they're performing to what I think is their level of expectation. But again, right now, with the 3 wild cards, get in that mix again. You were a short time ago when you won 8 of 9, and then you fell out of it. Maindano, Alcala, showing some good stuff. That might be an under-the-radar move because, okay, we're adding a guy who walks the ballpark. So far, so good. Maybe the Red Sox and, the Mets, it's the place to go to fix pitchers somehow, some way. And Andrew Bailey, we trust. Maindano, yeah, Dobbins. Houck, Dobbins, and, Harrison, who they got in the Devers trade. Yes, a Devers reference right there at the end of the show. You've got 3 guys that could absolutely fit in there. Aiden, couple more. Sweep is looking pretty good. Crochet on the bump. Yes, yes, yes. One more, Austin D. Aiden, last shot. Cora, thank you, Aiden. Cora just said he is okay. Thank God. There we go. So what's next? We've been talking about it. Opportunity for a series sweep, and you've got Garrett Crochet on the mat. I just want to see him carve up this lineup all the way through. At 500 again. The Red Sox have been here before. They've even gotten a couple of games over 500. But right now, step on the pedal and finish strong before the All-Star break. At 500 for the 16th time this season, and the Red Sox just continue to pile up the runs. Is that good to see? No, it's not. It's great to see. It's great to see right now. 5 or more runs 8 times now over the last 14 games, the final number of the day, and 10 or more runs 4 times now over the last 7 games. So, enjoy your Saturday. We're going to see you Sunday. Day baseball in D.C. Red Sox go for the series sweep. What's that mean for us? That means we're going to be on within minutes of the final out of what we may be talking about is a series sweep against the Nationals and the Red Sox being a game over 500. Keep the bats going. Give Crochet some more run support just like you did last time out and keep it going. Again, enjoy your Saturday. As always, we tip our cap to you. Acknowledge our sponsor, Game Time, as well. By supporting our sponsors, you are supporting us with Locked On Sports and the Locked On Podcast Network. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.